What's up? I'm gonna start a run of Final Fantasy X here. This is once again a game I've played about a billion times. It's kind of one of my comfort games, like when I want to turn my brain off and just play something that I can kind of do without thinking. This is one of the games that I return to every few years. Can you skip this? No, maybe not. Not when it's the cutscene. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I've played this a bunch of times. What will I try to do new this time? There's two things that are different now that I'll try to do differently. One is I'm going to try to do it without a ridiculous amount of grinding. In my Legend of Legaia playthrough, I talked in the beginning about sort of what I consider grinding, what I'm going to try to not do. That same thing is going to apply here. So this is already a game where I don't grind a whole lot, but there are some spots where I used to. Like, for example, this game, there's some long sections where you can't use Yuna, like around like Macalonia Temple and stuff like that. And normally when I play the game, I use Yuna a lot, and I don't use Lulu. And I think often when I get to that point where Yuna is captured or whatever, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot, I need to level up Lulu a bit, and I'll just run around for like an hour leveling her up before I go on with the story. I won't do that this time, so I'll just accept whatever level I'm at. I think that should make things interesting.
Listen to my story.
Last several times I've played this
may be our last
chance. A lot
chance.
of the bosses that should be hard, like Seymour on Mount Kagazat, like they weren't too hard if I went in super overpowered. But if I play it this way without leveling up much, I might get some challenge out of them, like I did back when I was like, 12 years old or whatever, playing this for the first time. The other thing that I'll do differently is I'm going to try to balance out my use of the characters. And like I'm going to try to use all of them and use ones I haven't used much in the past. So like I mentioned before, when I usually play this, I kind of don't use Lulu. I might still not use her very much. I also rarely use Auron, and the main reason for that is that I mostly play this on the computer. Like when I was like a kid, I played it on PlayStation, but I haven't had a PS2 for many years. So I play this on the computer, and I found Auron's limit break super hard to input on a keyboard. But now I have a fancy new controller, so I think it's gonna be easier to do. Don't I need to like give one of these people an autograph? Can I speed this up? Of course. I remember there's some speed up. What am I gonna name him to remember how different from my other series? I actually have enough letters to say no grind, but I won't do that. So yeah, I'm going to try to use Auron more than I have
Nothing
before.
to worry about. Oh,
and
if I score a goal,
I will try to...
I'll, do this.
At the very least, I want to use every character enough that they get the Comrade overdrive.
What seat?
Because once I have that, I can stop using them if I want to, and later on I'll be able to level them up super fast with the Don Tonberry cheese. So
No problem.
that will be my goal. because I think the last couple times I played this,
Alrighty.
I had that in mind. Like, I didn't use Aura and I didn't use Lulu, and I was
Take it
thinking,
easy.
oh, it's no problem, because at, you know, end game I can do the Don Tomberry trick and level them up super a lot.
Well,
but actually that didn't
gotta
work
go.
out because
Cheer
they didn't
for
have
me.
Comrade.
2,
And
3.
if you don't know,
Teach us how to
the
play.
Don Tonberry trick for leveling
Hey,
up people
I
up
got a game
super
to play.
fast, they need the
Teach us
Comrade
after.
Overdrive.
Maybe
So at that time, I
tonight,
tried to like start including them in battles
You can't
until
do
they
that.
could get Comrade, and that
I
didn't really
mean,
work
tomorrow.
either,
Promise?
because for that to happen, like
Promise.
you know, they need to spend a couple turns in battle, and they never did because they were so slow that like the rest of my party would have 10 turns before Orin got one, and the battle would be over. So it got to a point where it would have been a super annoying grind to not even to level up Orin, just to get in the Comrade Overdrive so that I could cheese leveling him up. I can't skip that. Yeah, so all that is just a long roundabout way of saying this time I'm gonna like make sure every character is getting used roughly equally, at least until they get Comrade. Once they have Comrade, I'll probably stop using Lulu, because she sucks. The one exception,
I was in a coffee shop running away
I've done
from home
before,
when I heard the
and I'll
news.
still do this time,
Our
is
hero, Jet, gone.
I'll probably
Vanished
use
into
Waka
thin air.
more than everyone else,
My dad must have been his
because I
biggest fan.
find Waka
I knew how
the
sad
best.
he'd be. Heck, we all were that day.
Like, just
Zanara says to
endgame
myself,
when
what are you
everyone's strength
thinking?
is maxed out and whatever,
I went
Waka
running
can do
straight
the
back
most
home.
damage.
We sat
His
up
limit
talking
break
about
has the
Jet
most,
all night.
not limit break, overdrive. It has the most
Make
hits.
way, make way.
So
Coming through. Sorry.
the way I often like to play this
Hey,
is
I'm gonna be late.
I use Waka, but I send him down
Hey, let go
Orin's
of
part
me.
of the sphere grid, so his strength can go super high. I'll do that as usual. So probably what I'll do is I'll keep Waka in my party most of the time, and other people I'll sort of cycle through them, like as they... Yeah, I can skip. I'll cycle through them as they, you know, one of them gains a couple sphere levels, then I'll switch someone else in. Except for Waka, I'll just keep him. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Now, the one potential
What are you
exception to no grinding that I
What are you?
need to talk about is Blitzball. I despise Blitzball, like everyone. No one likes Blitzball. But to get Waka's good stuff, you have to play a lot of Blitzball. That's one of the contradictions in this game. The character I like the most, the way to power him up is by doing the thing I hate the most.
What?
So
Don't cry.
I guess I have to figure out which one I'm going to pursue. Like, I have multiple options for how to deal with this conundrum. I have to figure out which one I'm going to pursue. Oh right, I skipped the
What
I
the?
skipped the cutscene, but we're about to start fighting. One option is
Hey,
I kind of
wait!
make an exception to my no grinding rule, and I allow Blitzball
not this
grinding
way.
because I need it to make Waka super strong. Another option is I don't make Waka my tough guy. I make maybe Titus. Could be interesting. I mean, the idea here is you want your highest strength to be on someone who has an attack that hits a lot of times, because that way you can't break the damage limit. You break the damage limit, but you can't break the hard damage limit. What, 99,999? But you can get a lot higher than that if you hit it 12 times for 99,999. So I always like using Waka because he hits the most. But Titus also has stuff that can hit a lot. And I feel like the difference between Waka and Titus doesn't really matter until like super end game when you're fighting monster arena stuff. which I probably won't do in this playthrough anyway, because that's getting to the point where you need to do grinding to be able to do it.
From Jet.
My old man?
So yeah, I mean, I could consider just letting Titus be my strong guy.
I hope you know how to use it.
I need to figure out how I can put on the turbo speed. Nah, whatever. Since I'm recording this, I guess I should be playing turbo all the time.
These ones don't matter. We cut through.
Warren, I was just talking about how I want to use him more. The one potential problem with my strategy I was mentioning of like replacing
Don't bother going after all of it.
Titus. I can't remember that. There's one of the pronunciations is supposed to be correct, but I don't remember. Or maybe they're both correct. I read something about this like, not that long ago, actually. Anyway, Waka can get his attack wheels overdrive, which is, you know, the one that requires some blitzball grinding to get fairly early in the game. Whereas Titus can't get his multi-hitting overdrive until pretty late. Like, I think I'm usually around Mount Besaid when I get it. So that could be an issue. Right? If I use my normal strategy of using Waka, I have his super powerful limit break I have his super powerful overdrive available for most of the game, and I can use that to that's an easy way around some bosses. Okay. Ooh, I was just talking about wanting to use his stuff. I'm going to try it. Let's see. What do I need to press? Still a little bit difficult, but at least I managed to do it. I think when I do it on the computer, I can't even do it. And this one, it's only my first time doing it. I'll get better at it as I do more. Hey! Whoops! I wasn't paying attention. I want to use negative as much as possible because the way he learns new limit breaks is by using it. Ooh, nice crit. As is standard procedure for a Final Fantasy game, the first like 2 hours of this game, it's just basically a cutscene where you press X at the combat. It doesn't have particularly engaging fights. It's just kind of something we have to sit through until we get to the good stuff. But that's Final Fantasy. I think pretty much every Final Fantasy game played has that. I wonder if I should heal up a little bit. Nah, we'll be fine. Oh, yeah. I was literally just thinking about using a potion, and that would have been a waste because I had free healing right there. Those save points heal us.
What are you left? Warren!
Weird.
Which is also a bit of an
Give me a
interesting
break.
thing about this game. I think a lot of JRPGs traditionally were like kind of resource management games. Like an individual fight, like random encounters usually weren't that hard, but the challenge was in managing your resources, like getting through many random encounters without using up all your potions and whatnot. Oh, I can't target that thingy until one tells me to. So yeah, like I think a lot of JRPGs and Final Fantasy is like, think about Final Fantasy VII or something like that, were very resource management. This one became less of, this one was less of that because you've got free healing at the save points. So resource management is not as important. there are, from what I can remember, there are a small number of places where you have to go through a lot of fights before you get to a free healing. Like Mount Dagazet is what comes to mind.
What?
That's like the only place I remember in the game where I was at risk of like running out of MP from healing my people. But yeah, for the most part, the free healing that you get makes resource management not a big thing here. No one's healing, so I'm happy with this. But that, as far as I can tell, that seems to be a trend that's kind of gone on. Like thinking about like Final Fantasy 13, you fully heal up after every fight. So there's basically no resource management. You just get getting through each fight. And I'm kind of okay with that. I think like fewer fights that are harder I find more interesting than a lot of grindy random encounters. So that works. And of course, it's not really an all-or-nothing. I don't need to hit it. I just can hit it. It doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing thing. You have resource management, or you don't have resource management. If you think of like good modern games like Baldur's Gate 3, there is resource management in terms of where, like, you don't have free healing. But there's also not a ton of bullshit encounters. Like, if you think of that whole game overall, the number of combats you get into is not that big. But almost every one of them is interesting and challenging. Compared to a game like this, which, like, whether we're talking about Final Fantasy X or like 13, another one I just mentioned, you could make the argument that they don't have much resource management because you get free healing, but they also don't have like the quality of every encounter being challenging and interesting. Because they have a lot of bullshit random encounters. So I guess, you know, these games were kind of early in the development of that I'm just making up, pulling out of my ass right now, of like games shifting away from resource management bullshit random encounters towards not that. Maybe starting in that direction, but still hadn't mastered it in the way something like Baldur's Gate 3 does. Of course, I'm literally just pulling all this out of my ass right now. I don't know if there's any truth to this analysis. There might be other games I don't know about that are counterexamples to this trend that I'm making up off the top of my head. Who knows? Okay, the first bullshit tutorial level is done. Now we're gonna have the Bodge Temple bullshit tutorial level, then we're gonna have the Riku bullshit tutorial level, and then we'll have some like Waka bullshit tutorial level, and then we'll get to Besaid Village and finally like sort of actually be able to play the game. Interesting to see how long it takes to get there. I bet it's going to be like 1 to 2 hours.
I thought about a lot of things
before I can really play the game.
Like where I was, what I got myself into.
Yeah.
I started to feel lightheaded.
I think the cutscenes are only skippable when they're like
I think I had a dream.
What's it called?
A dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone, beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
Now that I think of it, I think the voice actor for Titus did a pretty good job. I know he got a lot of crap for the like laughing scene that we're not going to see for another like 10 hours. But I don't know.
Anybody there?
Compared to other JRPGs of this era, which had like sometimes had really crappy voice acting, I think this one's pretty good. And I mean, also the laughing scene that he got crap for. I don't know why people criticize that. Like, it's supposed to be very fake laughing. Like, that's what they're doing. They're pretend laughing. Anyway. From what I remember from this game, I think his and Waka's, like, I like both of their voice acting. Yuna's I really don't like. I just find it extremely one note. It's a bit ironic to say as I'm sitting here like droning on in a monotone, but
What do we have?
when do I get I think it's not until like I get to a travel agency or something that I can import my I think there's a little ball somewhere I can use to import my Albed. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like I'm criticizing someone's voice acting for being one note as I sit here droning on in a monotone. But that's like, I have the excuse that I'm... Oh, here we go. Let me just go back to that other one and check. I think I got everything checked. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, I have the excuse that I can be monotone because I'm like trying to focus on playing the game at the same time that I'm talking. Whereas a voice actor presumably is like concentrating. Not that playing the game right now is particularly difficult. I'm okay, it's telling me where to find someone's ultimate weapon or something. I don't remember. I mean, yeah, like much of this game, you know, doesn't require very intense focus. You're just running around following a linear path on the map. But still. I don't need to save. I haven't. I think I did go through some fighting. Yeah, I'm not at full HP, so let's get to full HP. Anything to pick up over here? I don't remember. Yeah. Yet another unskippable lesson. Oh no, that's back the way I came. Because I see the save point, but I also see the open chest that I just opened. Okay, now we're gonna fight a couple little Sahog and big Garago. Oh, they're about to get eaten. If I recall correctly, this fight is unusable because he just does like the equivalent of Demi. He just does like half damage, half of your current HP. Oh yeah, I just... Well, I attack him once or twice and then run away. I will say it does feel very satisfying when you come back and really kill this guy after making that away from him.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
That you just pushed that pillar away like it was a fake Star Trek set dressing.
Need fire.
And then a dry bouquet up there. I feel like, if I recall correctly, there's also some kind of a... So just now, see if I feel like there's also a treasure chest somewhere. I know I need to go upstairs and get the bouquet, but I don't want to miss any treasure here. Maybe there's, or maybe it's upstairs. Is there something in there? There's the bouquet. But I remember there's a treasure chest up on this balcony. What did I tell you? Of course, there's no particularly good treasure yet. Just random potions. I think the first, like, very good unique treasure you get is on Besaid Beach, one of the... someone's crest. And even that, I mean, it's very good because it's part of someone's ultimate weapon, but it's not useful at the time you get it. It's just something you hold on to for the next like 60 hours. Oh, I forgot to save. Oh well, I'll be fine. I just wanted to save because I think this next fight is the first fight that there's even a remote possibility of losing. But I mean, even that possibility is very remote. Actually, I'm not sure if you can lose it. I know it's meant to be like, you know, unbeatable until Lifu shows up. You're basically spending all your time healing.
What do you want?
But I don't know if you can actually get killed in it. We'll see.
It was a bad call.
We won't see because I won't let myself
Your
get
team
killed.
lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood. Give me a break!
Here we go. Nice. Off to a good start. Well, I feel like I totally could beat this guy if I had a reasonable amount of healing, but I don't. I mean, even with like 10 potions might be enough if I'm able to get off 2 or 3 hits on him before every time I need to heal. That it would be enough. I don't know why I was remembering it. Like, the way I remembered it was that this fight was basically unwinnable until Riku shows up. But this now, it was more like I just hit him 3 times and I was doing fine, and then Riku showed up anyway.
You on my side?
And I might as well use all of them because, oh, I only have 2, never mind. I think I'll have more when we go to the deep sea, picking up the airship, whatever. Oh, I might just need to steal more. I don't know. Anyway, what I was going to say was I want to use as much of her stuff as possible because she's... I'm pretty sure her inventory right now is like not real. When I actually recruit her like 20 hours later, she's just gonna have a fresh inventory regardless of what I use now. Let's just attack. And that's pretty useless. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she does a lot more damage by throwing a grenade every other turn than by attacking every turn. Oh, I wonder if I can even use the spear grid roll. I don't think so. Oh, even if I did, I don't necessarily have the spear I need for it. So when I do need to level up Titus, I think what I'll send him down Orin's path, like I usually do for Waka. Like I talked about earlier, I'm still not sure if he'll be a suitable replacement for Waka, but there's no harm sending him that way. Send both of them that way. I'll send Kamari down Titus's path, so I have a fast person who's good at hitting dogs. And I guess I'll send Orin down Waka's path, so I have someone who can hit birds. Titus's path, I feel like, doesn't really have anything super useful on it. Until like the very end when you've got like haste got and stuff. Waka's path in of itself, it doesn't have any that very useful abilities, but it has a lot of accuracy stuff, and if you play the game you're supposed to with Waka going down Waka's path, like he's the one who hits birds, because he's got the accuracy for it. The one limitation of the way I usually play that I talked about, like sending Waka down Orin's path, is that by the like kind of mid-late game, you don't have anyone who's very good at hitting birds. Early game Waka's still fine because he starts out with a high accuracy. But by the kind of mid to late, then his accuracy is kind of stagnated while the birds are going up. So if you don't have anyone going down Waka's path, you kind of have no one who can reliably hit small birds. But small birds aren't really big threats anyway, so I usually just... I've been fine with that.
I said I don't understand.
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right.
Okay, so we finished 2 of the bullshit tutorial level thingies. 2 down, 2 to go. Hey brother, wanna join my blitzball team? Oh! Nice.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and now I can because here's the other thing about classic Golden Age Final Fantasy games. Got obnoxious tutorials you have to read through at the beginning of the game. You know, for a game that I said is like my comfort game, that I love, whatever, the first several hours of this game really are annoying. It makes me miss, you know, playing modern games. I mean, not even modern, just like post like 2005 games, where like the game actually teaches you how to play through playing instead of just giving you a wall of text tutorial. I mean, to be fair, this one is still not as bad as like Final Fantasy VIII, which has a bunch of these tutorials and like with text boxes that go really slowly. At least in 10, like there's only, I mean, other than this one, there's maybe 2 more for like Yuna's Aeon stuff.
found some ancient room. It's not active now. We're gonna go down there and
And
then we should be able to.
they're quicker and less
Okay.
painful than the Final Fantasy VIII ones. But yeah, I mean, that was just... Oops, no, I didn't mean to return to the ship, and, sorry.
We'll go as soon as.
But like I said, I think this was just part of the times, this kind of game. Recently, I was kind of wanting to... Okay, what's back there? Gee, I don't care about any of that stuff. Why is this bouncing around? I don't remember doing this before. Can I like zoom out somehow? Okay. Okay, that's better. How do I zoom out? I don't remember how to do that. Gotta be something that lets me zoom out. Oh god, I did it again. I don't know what button I did. What button caused that? It seems like when I switch characters, it does better. Okay, this is Orin's path. So what's the best way to get there? Oh, nice. I don't even need to... Oh yeah, like in the expert grid, there's not a lot of locks. Yeah, so I'll go my normal way to go up through haste. I mean, I could get faster this way, but there's not really anything on the way. Okay. But do I even have spheres to open any of this stuff? It's not that, but I don't have it. Yeah, so... I mean, this is all going to be moot until, like, I get further into the game, but... So normally Titus would go this way, but I'm going to have him go up to haste and then head down to Orin's ship. And then continue the Orin path, which is... that's Waka. This is the Orin path. And you see it, there's a lot of strength 4s up there. That's what you love to see. Okay. What was I saying just now? Oh yeah, I was complaining about tutorials in these games. a couple weeks ago, had a craving to replay Xenosaga, which is another of these, like, I want to say, like, very early 2000s JRPGs. And I started it up, and, like, literally the first fight in it is a tutorial, like, full of, like, jargon that doesn't make sense until much later. And I just, like, I gave up. It's like, I don't know why. I could tolerate this shit when I was in college, but I couldn't tolerate it now. I didn't have the patience anymore. I think, you know, the reason I can tolerate it in this is because I've played the game so many times that I can just ignore the tutorial and I remember how the game works. But like Xenosaga, I only played it once, and so I only played it once, so I actually did need to like relearn how to play the game, and the game wasn't willing to teach me in any reasonable way. It was just giving me like this impenetrable tutorial. This game, it has a couple of those annoying tutorials, but it also has at least kind of made some moves toward teaching you through letting it kind of made some progress towards teaching you by letting you play the game. Like just now when, you know, Riku ran in and I was like, go grenade. Or in the middle of battle, it's like, hey, use your overdrive. Which, of course, I feel like now that's what most games do. They teach you by having you play it rather than teaching you by, oh, is it how to actually upgrade? Rather than like giving you some obnoxious fourth wall breaking tutorial. Like the example that comes to my mind that I really like is Borderlands 2, where like it teaches you about like different kinds of guns or different damage types or whatever through like quests that you do. Like the first time, instead of giving you like making you read several pages of text explaining what fire damage and acid damage are, there's a quest that's like, oh, go pick up this gun and then use it on this thing. And that quest is kind of what teaches you how to use elemental damage. So Riku's gonna waste a lot of her time stealing grenades and throwing them, but I did say earlier that the math seems to work out to she does more damage. Like her grenades do more than twice the damage of her regular attack, so it's worth it. Now I actually don't know if that's totally right because I just used cheer, and I don't know if cheer affects her regular. And here's what I was talking about: how like it does stuff during the. It teaches you stuff as you're playing. Yeah, I don't know if cheer affects her grenades less than her regular attack, but let's steal again. Oh, you only... Oh, I totally forgot that. I forgot that you could only steal once. Okay, well Riku, I guess you're gonna be on healing duty for most of the rest of this fight, because your regular attack, yeah, it's terrible. When am I gonna get the pincer attack? Oh, there we go. Maybe I had that last time, not really paying attention. Oh, still take one more hit. I don't want to waste a potion on you if I don't have to. It's fine, you get so many potions in this game, it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, I guess you're gonna heal just in case. If only I could see how much HP you had left. But we don't have anyone with sensor. We don't have anyone with scan. Okay, it's good that I healed her, because I was gonna say, I would have felt annoyed if I healed her and then this thing in like the next hit. Okay, I beat him 3 hits later, but it still might have knocked her out. Yeah, I would have had... I'm pretty sure I could have, even if it knocked her out, I could have killed it pretty easily, but whatever. No need to take such unnecessary risks just for the sake of saving one potion, when potions are so common in this game. Hey! Normally I don't need to like go back to the sphere grid every single time I get anything, but it's early in the game. I need the power. When I get later in the game, I usually wait until someone has got his accumulated sphere grid levels before I go in to level them up. Okay, so we're done with the Riku stuff. We just need a bunch more talking and cutscening, but we're done with the actual playing the game part. Then we're going to show up at Besaid, play with Waka a little bit, and then go to the village. And I feel like, to me, the actual beginning of the game is Besaid Village. You do the little cloister trials, and then you set out on the road with an actual party of multiple characters, and can like who have different abilities, and then it's like actually a game. I didn't check the time when I started this, so I don't know how long we've been going so far. Whatever. Anyway, I swear, like, even though I keep talking shit about everything in the game so far, it does get fun eventually. Promise. I'm not sure if I'm saying that to you, the audience, or to myself.
Verfutra Irsche! Tradanut van... Hoof, roof. Where? Wichita!
Hey! Hey, I helped out, didn't I?
Hungry.
Don't worry, soon Riku's gonna bring you a TV dinner. At least something that looks like a TV dinner.
Whoa! Right on.
That's a strangely excited reaction for food that looks so terrible. But I guess you haven't really eaten. Oh yeah, you didn't eat at Baj Temple either. So probably starving.
Hey!
So Final Fantasy VIII ends like
It's 'cause
in
you eat too
literally
fast.
the final cutscene. Ends with like Zell eating hot dogs too fast and choking or giving himself heartburn or something. I don't know. And this one begins with Tidus doing basically the same thing.
Hey!
And they're both weird looking blonde dudes.
Hello there. What is your name?
Weird coincidence.
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Woo-hoo-hoo!
How is that the evidence that convinced you she understood when, like, she had already
Didn't
said
you say
things.
so earlier?
I didn't get
to
a
you
chance
earlier.
to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
And
We?
just now, like,
Oh, we
you
means
said, "What's
you.
your name?" She said, "Riku."
Um,
You don't know that's her name.
Who
For all
are
you
you
know, that
guys
could have just
anyway?
meant, "I don't understand what you're saying." In Al Bhed.
We're Al Bhed. Can't you tell?
That's
Wait, you're not
that
an Al
was
Bhed hater, are
really
you?
weak evidence.
I don't even know
to
what an
sug-
Al-Bhed is.
Not
Where are you
good
from?
evidence that she understands you.
Zanarkand.
Of course,
I'm a
now you have
blitzball
good
player.
evidence. You're carrying on a conversation with her. But just,
Star player of the Zanarkand Apes.
what was it? Just, what is your name?
Did you-
Riku?
Hit your head or something?
Not very good linguistic evidence, Titus.
You guys hit me?
I mean, to be
Oh,
fair, it is
right.
in character.
Do you
Titus
remember
is like
anything
supposed to
before
be
that?
stupid for most of the game.
So I told her everything there was to tell about Zanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when Sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Zanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago.
And here's where the
So,
story
no one
of
plays
the game
blitzball
starts
there.
being interesting. Because, you know, for the past
Huh?
hour or whatever, it's just kind of nonsense. But
Wha-
this,
what do you mean?
you know, especially thinking back
1,000
to,
years ago.
Imagine you're 12 years old and it's
But
your
I
first time
saw
playing
Sin
the game,
attack Zanarkand.
and you discover that
You're saying that
okay,
happened
either
1,000 years
Titus
ago? No way.
hallucinated much of the beginning of this, or he's actually been like time traveled 1,000 years into the future. That's pretty wild. It makes you curious to continue the game and figure out what's going on.
You said
I mean, this game, I think this game gets a lot of shit for
you play
having like
blitzball?
a convoluted JRPG story,
Uh-huh.
like JRPGs do.
You know,
Um,
you should go to Luca.
But I don't know. I find
Someone
it
might know who you
interesting.
are, or
You know, of course,
you
it's
might
not
find
like
someone
a
you
sci-fi
recognize.
novel or something.
Luca?
But for a game, and especially like the first time you play it, at least when I was a teenager, like, it's interesting.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh, and
Of
one
course,
thing.
like just now, I said
Don't tell anyone you're from Zanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's
to
a holy
like
place.
12-year-old me
You might
playing this
upset
for the
someone.
first time, I assumed that
Oh, uh-huh.
I wasn't 12 when I first played this. I was like late teens, I must have been. I don't know, I'm trying to do the math. Anyway, just now I was saying my impression at the time was either he hallucinated at the
My
beginning
Zanarkand? Some
or
kind of
was
holy place?
time traveled into the future.
Yeah, right, I thought.
Of course, once you get much further in
Since
the game,
when?
you'll find out it was neither of those things.
Yevon?
I mean, I guess
Sin?
it was sort of he
Luca?
hallucinated. Not he
I thought
hallucinated
Sin
it,
just
but
took me to a faraway place.
it was a
that I could go
dream.
back in a day or two.
But yeah, anyway.
But 1,000 years
Well, we
into the
won't get to
future?
that nonsense for another like 40 hours or something.
No way. Whoa, whoa!
Okay. Time to get sucked up by sin again. Sucked up by sin again. Nice palatalization, bro. Shin.
Whoa! Wow!
Now time to wake up at Besaid. Meet our boy Waka. Yeah. There again. Another save. Is this skippable? Nope.
Riku!
Forget about Riku. Go get that blitz ball and do a spear shot it back to Waka.
Blitz ball!
Hey, you...
Hey!
Yeah, before I go, you guys, let me pick up some good stuff. This will come in handy in like 50 hours from now. I don't believe the dock has anything useful, but let's check it. You guys are gonna have to wait. Let's check here too. If I recall correctly, I don't think this game has a lot of like hidden items. Some do. Basically, if there's not a treasure chest, there's nothing to pick up. There might be some exceptions I'm forgetting. For the most part, I think things are in obvious treasure chests. Using that one, whatever you guys' names are.
Yo,
I remember all these people's
Hiya.
names. I mean, just now I was talking about the Crusaders.
Try that move.
But now
One
I'm
more
thinking,
time.
do I remember all the Besaid orcs? There's Battle
Finally.
right next to it.
Things were starting to look up.
I saw Jasu a moment ago. There's Bada with the red hair. You can tell I played a lot of Blitzball. I hate it. This is Keepa I saw earlier. Letty. That's Bada. Keepa. Where's Letty?
You know amateur.
Letty.
Who you play for?
There's- That's
The
Letty. He just walked up
Xanarkin
behind. That's Jasu behind me. Yeah, that's Letty. Okay, so I saw everyone.
What team you say again?
I meant, forget that. I got too, close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So, I don't know where this place is. Or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon. All right, back to
I never
practice.
before noticed how buff Bada is.
I'm Waka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Yay, you can actually play. Well, you can't totally play the game because, like I said,
I felt like I
still
could
consider
trust this
part of a-
Waka, so
part of
I just had to
bullshit
ask.
Tutorial stuff. I don't consider the game truly begun
It's
until
true
we get to the
Xanarkin was
village,
destroyed,
so-
right?
Anyway, we're
1,000
getting
years
closer.
ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina,
I don't
machines to
remember
run
the,
them. People played all day and let the machina
matching
do
of
the work.
facial
And then,
movement and the
well,
voice
take a look.
being so bad.
Sin
and
came and destroyed.
Maybe it was just that
Xanarkin
moment.
alone. Yeah, that was about 1,000. If you ask me, Sin, what gets me though, is we gotta suffer. Of course, we must always. It's just that it's hard to.
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't.
Yeah, I think maybe it's bad
But you
when
from the Xanarkand days, that was a good one,
when
huh?
it's that just
Hey, I'm
now
not saying
there
that
are
team
like
never
field
existed, yeah?
models
But you
that
gotta
appear
figure,
in
a team
the
living in
cutscene
luxury like that
models
be
is
pretty
a little
soft,
bit
eh?
better.
I appreciated the fact, but at that time, everything that happened. Maybe if I could find Sin. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already.
Maybe if I could
A
find
little
Sin
better.
one more time. If I recall correctly, you're gonna meet Sin one or two more times with nothing happening, and then you're gonna meet him and get transported to
Hey, it's this
Bikanel
way.
Island. I don't think I can do anything with this yet, right? Eventually that'll open up. Again, much later in the game. Or I might be confusing it with FFX 2, where you spend a lot of time running around here.
Huh?
Yeah.
Whoa! What's the big idea?
Okay, now there are a couple chests to get around here, and I don't remember where they are. So my swimming around here is not grinding for XP, I'm just trying to remember where the chests are. I mean, to be fair, the whole game is pretty easy until you get pretty far into it. There aren't really any hard fights or bosses until a bit ways in. So yeah, let's do this. Heck, those chests. But I'm not sure if I can even go back in this water, like when I come back here and play. I think I can. Maybe I can kill that. Well, maybe not. Waka's slightly weaker. Titus is. I'm used to him being way stronger because of, like I've talked about, the way that I generally build him. But right now we're still early in the game, so that stuff hasn't happened yet. Gotta be over here, right? No? No? Why would you put a nub in the water like that without having a treasure chest in it? That's just rude. Can you kill it? Yep, good. Even though you're weaker than Titus, it was still enough. There's a chest. This camera angle's really I think I'm too used to like Final Fantasy 13 or something where I control the camera. I should have had Titus kill the 2 fish and couldn't kill the 1 fish, since Titus is slightly stronger. Let's grab this and then do my spear weird again. Because now I can not only move, but I can get that speed thing I couldn't do earlier. So beautiful. Oh, anything over here? I know. moving so slow. That. That was very slow reaction to that. Waka, yeah, you level 2. I don't want to deal with that right now. No, deal with all. Was that a chest? No. Just wrong. I'll deal with all the level up stuff after we get to it. I'm not worried about that. If these guys had all focused fired harvest, they are doing that. Okay. Whoa, yeah, that was... bad. I could have taken out 2 of them and taken the risk that would be that they would both attack Waka, but I don't want to do that. At least we're close to being able to use overdrive. Now they're dead. Yeah, that got pretty close. I don't totally know why they seem to all get 2 turns. I mean, they ambush me, so I understand them going before me, but then they got another turn? Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, now give me a noogie and invite me to join your team.
Let me go.
Got a favorite that.
You want me on your team, right?
A major blitz tournament. It's so huge. I'm then you can. It'll be fun. What do you?
Sure thing.
Dude.
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only... I wasn't too far off.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years. And we... Well, after last... So, after quitting, but every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without...
My first match last year was my... But something else was on my...
Nice excuse.
Hey!
So, you want to win? So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best. If we give it our all.
No. If I say... When you play in a blitz...
Victory.
Ah, the one from the...
Be on guard.
After surviving your run-in with...
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata.
Huh?
What? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time...
Cool. About the
That's
Crusaders,
pretty
you
much
can ask
true.
them yourself.
The only
They
way
got
for
a-
us to win the tournament is with his eject shot. You can win it without jet shot, but it's much harder.
Besaid Village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first.
Yes, this huge village of like 10 people.
Let's
I
see.
have no idea
The
how
Crusaders' Lodge is
this
over yonder.
community has
Yuzu and Kata are
survived
usually
this
there.
long. Even with like massive inbreeding, I feel like they don't have enough critical mass
All
of
right.
people to sustain a
Over here.
community.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try. Hey, not bad. Okay, now go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Check all these. I don't recall there being anything I need to do in any of these. I think I just need to go to the Cloister of Trials and whatnot. Oh, there are like 3 chests down there. The rest of this probably doesn't matter. Yeah, I can buy stuff here, but there's no need to. Yeah, I think there's not really anything to do here. There's stuff. I think a lot of the stuff that I'm remembering is actually from Final Fantasy X-2. Like there's something where you have to like watch with a camera forever until a dog comes or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's FFX 2. It's been a long time, but I think that's this place. Whatever. I think they tell me more about this. Oh, maybe they do it now.
Hey, you!
I remember
think
they
so.
talked with me, but I wasn't
So,
sure if it was
since
after
you're
the
not hiding anything.
cloister or before.
Why would I?
If sin's near, but it hasn't.
I'm sorry. To tell the truth,
You're kidding.
Sin. Gotta tell him.
Yes, sir. The Crusaders are sworn. We have chapters throughout Spira. The hero Mihen formed the Crusade. Later, our ranks grew and...
what? You've been fighting 800?
Well, we've steered sin away from, and that's all we can do. No, our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temple.
So then,
Is Sin's toxin...
It does seem. We could just tell you. Go pray at the temple.
Now we got sent to the temple. Hey, kitty. I don't think I need any of that crap. I don't think I need anything from these houses either, but let's check. Waka might tell me to go somewhere.
Go present yourself to...
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I will if you let me move. And this is just a useless house, I think. It's not useless, it gives me some lore. So, yeah, like I said, useless. Get out of my way. I think there's a chest up here too, isn't there? Talk to you, dog lady. Isn't there a chest up here? I remember there being a chest up here. It doesn't appear to be one. Could have sworn there was one. Whatever.
It was then, standing in that place, I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
I won't bother talking to all of you. Check these doors, because I feel like one of them might have a chest in it. Oh, hey, Braska.
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a High Summoner?
Oh, the slowness of these cutscenes is...
I got too close to Sin's,
something I'm very
toxins.
scared of. The fight with Seymour.
It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny,
which I mentioned before,
and a little
like,
sad.
The summoners
It's, you know,
are
famously difficult
practitioners
fight
of
of
a
this
sacred
game.
art,
Usually
sworn to
not too
protect
bad
the
for me
people
if
of
I'm
Yevon.
super over leveled.
Only a chosen few
but since
become
I'm planning
summoners,
on
who
trying
call
to
forth
not
entities of great
grind
power,
so much,
the
it will be a hard
Aeons.
fight for me.
The
this
Aeons
time.
hear our prayers and come down
And,
to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
The worst thing about that is
So what he
there's a
meant
super long cutscene before it. So if you die in
was
it,
that we
you
should
have to go
respect
back
some
and
kind
watch
of
the
great
cutscene
men
again.
or something like that, I
And
figured.
that's like the most terrible part of that fight. So now that makes it even more scary for me. Knowing that I'm going to be coming in relatively weak compared to how I usually play this. So you want to check all these. I think it's when I try to leave that like Yuna will or people will start talking about why Yuna's been in there so long, and then I'll run in or something. I don't remember. I need to. Maybe I should have been listening to what he said instead of talking about Seymour Flux. Oh, I think maybe I need to go back to Waka. And then I'll overhear him and Lulu talking about how the summoner's been gone too long. Well, I mean, she's not even the summoner yet.
Sorry, man. Take a nap.
Yep. You look bushed.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere.
But it's... But...
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look.
People are searching for him.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Waka?
Time to go in.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the...
Eh?
You can't call her the
Well,
summoner.
apprentice
She's not,
summoner,
yeah,
really.
there we go. Apprentice summoner. She's not a summoner yet.
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond, if the
Literally,
prayer
when
is
she
heard,
finishes
the
this,
apprentice
she'll
becomes
say,
a
"I've
fully
become
fledged
summoner."
summoner.
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out, right?
A day's already gone.
Is it particular?
Sometimes.
Why don't you go in?
There's already guardians
Super
in there.
dangerous. You might put a
Hey, but what if something
spear
happens?
in
What if the
wrong
summoner
slot.
dies?
The precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Like I care.
And no one runs to stop him?
Maybe.
Okay, here we go. Now the ish here is, of course, this, I mean, it's the first cloister. It's quite easy, but I need to remember what I have to do to get the destruction sphere treasures. Because if I miss any of those, I'm really screwed. Yuna's ultimate weapon relies on a thing which you can only get if you've got the destruction sphere treasures in every cloister. And like you really want to get that because Yuna's will the sphere disappear? Yuna's ultimate weapon is the only one you can get without, like, normally the only one you can get without any super obnoxious grinding or side quest. But that is only the case if you get it, if you get all these spheres, like now, when you're supposed to. If you miss one of these, and come back later in the game, it's gated behind a boss that is going to be unbeatable until way late. So basically, if you miss any of these, you don't get Yuna's. Like, if you miss any of these destruction spheres, you pretty much can't get Yuna's thing, ultimate weapon, until pretty much the end. Where's the other? I need a Besaid sphere. I think somewhere I need to talk to something. Yeah, there we go. So I think I want to take the Besaid sphere, and then I want to put a destruction sphere here. I believe that's the way. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to. Hey, don't go in there. Not yet. Let me go. I don't want to do that yet. Good. God, I remembered how to do that. And of course, like this is one of the cloisters, but still. I think this is a wand for you. Good, got that. Oh, so far, so. Where do I want to put this? Just on the... Couldn't see that recess in front of the flashing thing from my end. Here we go. This should unlock the rest of the way. Yep, we're done.
Hey!
I heard that dinner.
It's gotten into you. Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me?
The thing I find interesting about the early part of this game, like the first half or so, is like basically every town we go to, like every cloister, every town with a cloister.
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them.
So I think this one, like, you know, you're still just learning what the world is.
Guardians in there now. One of them's got a short
if
fuse,
I recall correctly,
and who knows what the other's thinking.
At maybe it's Kilika or the next one,
we
like
come this
everyone's
far?
talking about whether or not they should
Might as well go all the way.
whether or not Yuna should let Titus become a guardian. next one I don't remember. One of them like knows when Yuna's thinking of marrying Seymour, so everyone's talking about marrying Seymour.
Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
No, it's... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who?
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Yeah, basically, this early in the game, I've already got almost my entire party.
Man, was I
assembled.
surprised.
And
And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
We've got, what, 5 of our characters out of the 7 we'll ultimately get? Basically all the ones that I have any use for. I don't use Riku and Orin a whole lot. Riku has good stuff. But as for her abilities, like Steel and whatever, by the time you get her, it's pretty easy for other people to have them.
Wait till you see this.
Of course, her overdrive
I can't see anything.
does some unique stuff and is crucial to the strategies for beating some of the super endgame stuff. Although I think I actually, even in games where I've done the very endgame stuff, I don't think I used her mix very much. For some of the things like, I want to say, is it Nemesis? Like the last boss of the monster arena? For that one, I think what I did was kind of just using, like, Titus and Waka's super high damage overdrives, and then using to bring out Aeons every time Nemesis was about to do an attack. So between her, like, because from what I remember, like, my party couldn't survive his attacks. So the only option would be, like, put auto life on everyone, which is using up all the time you should be spending to attack. Or what I did was just bring out an Aeon to absorb every hit, and she had, like, 12 Aeons by the end or something like that, so that was enough to get me through the fight. But yeah, I know a lot of those late game bosses, a lot of people recommend using.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
I mean, unequivocally, the worst of the overdrives is Lulu's. It's just crap. But I mean, who knows? Now that I have a
that night,
real
we talked for the first
maybe it's
time.
going to be a little bit easier.
I didn't know it then, but
like,
after that night,
is, like, spin the joystick,
everything
and
changed.
That was kind of hard to do
for
when
everyone.
I was using WASD
for me.
instead. Yeah, maybe I'll try out her overdrive at some point.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team.
Yeah, he wants into the tournament so bad.
His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Victory!
How do you say that in such a random collection of accents? They're like five guys who all come from the same tiny town. You've got a bunch of different accents. Yeah, so I think now I'm gonna
We sure got the...
talk to Yuna, and then some old lady is gonna say that.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner.
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad...
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with.
Oh.
I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to... Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
So
You
I think
can
they've got, a
tell me all
bunch
about
more
Xanarkin.
obnoxious cutscenes tonight, and then we'll get
She's
to
cute, yeah?
we'll get to
Don't get
head
no ideas.
to the
No
beach.
promises there, big guy. Hey, but what
That'll
if
probably
she,
be where I call it
comes
a
on
break
to me?
for today. I
That's
at least
not going
want
to
to
happen.
get the beach
If you get
section,
tired,
because
let me know.
I've been
I
saying
had a
this whole
bed made
time,
for you.
like, that's where I consider to be actually playing the game.
Stay away.
Okay, let's talk to Waka Van. Yep.
Good.
Oh, and did I get a sphere level? I don't remember. We'll check that when we head out. And I'll get a little in-game tutorial of Waka and Lulu. I don't think I'll get a Kamaru tutorial until much later.
Where's that boat?
I don't think I will get...
Everyone will find us if it doesn't
Like,
come
when I get
soon.
Orin, there will be a tutorial on armored
You
creatures.
really sure this is okay?
I don't think I get armored creatures before that, even though
Would
Kamaru
you
does have a piercing
take
weapon.
me to Xanarkin?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit. You can do
Young
it!
Titus, are you wearing jorts? Well, not jorts.
I hate you!
I mean, a skort.
He's dead, okay?
Looked like
Dead.
you were wearing a skort.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but...
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. Looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Snore, snore, snore. Okay, let's save, and then we'll head out. Oh, Waka Biosphere. So I need, oh, it's doing that again. Okay, good. Nope, doing it again. Okay. That is really frustrating. I also don't know what button. Oh, there. That's the zoom. Oh, and it doesn't zoom. It doesn't wobble so much when I zoom it out like that. Okay, so I said I want to send you on the Orin path too, and that will be easy. Is there anything there that I would like to have though? Strength 2 is not bad, but it's going to take a lot of levels to get there. Yeah, let's just go Orin-wise. Because I don't really care about anything else here. I don't even have a speed sphere. That was useless. At least I established for myself which way I want to go. So next time I level up, I'll see the line there.
Hey, sleepyhead!
I won't have to figure out what I'm doing
again. Yeah.
Hey, nice sword. I'll probably end up using this sword for like half the game before I have a better one
sword you gave
switching
Chapu.
it out for.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna.
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago.
The calm?
Since then, she... but she
chatting,
had the talent.
Chatting
Now
to actually play.
This is our...
Oh yeah, she's going to show up with a lot of bags and then get scolded by Lulu. When
you
is,
really don't need all that luggage.
when is someone ever not being
they're not
scolded by
really...
Lulu?
This isn't a...
I guess...
Okay, off we go.
Finally! So we get to play a little bit with these 3 new people, and then we'll meet Kamari, he'll join the party, and then we'll get to the boat. We'll take a break there.
Here comes one now. Hey, why don't you try out that?
Oh, I forgot to equip it, but the game goes long. I think next one's gonna be a
Not too shabby.
a
You
blob.
kept up. Might make a good.
Oh, no, Walker's
A
bird.
flyer.
Then a blob. Is everyone with me now? Yeah. Or not, it's not a blob. In this game, it's called a flan. I can't see what the blob is.
What?
Not only do you not have magic for this, you don't even have the right element in your sword. I'm pretty sure this sword is water
Only
strike.
magic can beat. If you can't beat them down, you got magic. Let's have our black. Lou, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here.
I think I did see somewhere on YouTube there's a funny video of someone who like grinded so much before this to the point that Titus could kill that in one hit.
Lightning and
And it just like
Lightning and water are this one here is a
screwed up
water
the game. Because the game is pre-programmed to based on the assumption that he's not gonna successfully kill that. Oh, and then I think soon we're gonna have a big bird, and it's gonna teach us about Waka's blind attack, dark attack, I think it's called.
Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Art.
What?
Okay, yeah, pray, whatever.
It's an ancient custom. Chapu
I'm not sure this choice has any consequence. My only guess is maybe it improves my affinity with Waka. In this game, I'm not sure affinity has any consequence other than like
that should do it.
Who sits on the snowmobile with Titus and which of the ladies tosses his blitzball to him during his Blitz Ace overdrive. I don't know, maybe there's some other consequence of affinity, like gameplay mechanics wise, but not one that I know of. Oh yeah, and here there's a bunch of treasure chests that I can't get yet. Can't get them until almost the end of the game. Okay, Kamari, time for some one-on-one. If I recall correctly, we can just take turns duking it out. I don't really have to do anything. I think I'll get an override at some point. This, maybe. One more hit, and I can overdrive. I think that'll finish him off. Yep. And I even got the overkill bonus.
That's enough.
Nice. Well, I don't actually know if I get Sphere XP for this.
Kimari Ranso.
That's not...
He's another unit.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kumari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Got 1 AP for all that? Come on. And I think after this is where I'm going to fight the big bird. I feel like even here, we're not really playing the game. I mean, at least we have like multiple party members and abilities, but it's still all scripted encounters.
A flyer! That's
True. Why don't we let our summon...
Yeah, I feel like we're not
Your
really
first real
playing the
battle.
game until Kilika.
Show us what you're drink. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to set it to the shorter summon sequences. Oh well, we're gonna have to watch the long that once here. So we're gonna fight this once using Aeon and once using I don't think this... Oh, it did actually delay him. That's good. Almost there. Few more hits. I should have done 2 big hits. One small hit's not going to be enough to make my next hit finish him off. I'll leave that overdrive bar filled in case it's useful in a later fight. I usually like to just run around with all my items having full overdrive gauges, just in case I need to whip out something big, like if things get bad during a boss fight or something like that. Alright, look at that. Kinda useless because Lulu doesn't really do physical attacks, but why not? I don't think that's a normal drop. That must be one. Because I think, from what I can remember, I haven't normally gotten a good weapon like that from her.
Another one of those. No problem. Say good.
There we go. I don't think it has an element. I should have paid attention to that when Battlefall was out. Maybe I should have had Luna take 1 swing at it just so she gets some XP. Whatever. We're here now. Hit me even when you... Oh, his blind wore off. Hey, someone leveled up. What does Warrior Sword give me? Probably not as good as... Well, Strength plus 5. No, it's not fit. Does it have some... No, it doesn't even have slots. Okay, whatever. Do I have speed here? Ooh, Waka! Waka can use one of those too. Oh, I guess I won't get my Kimari training until we're at Kilika. then the game's gonna teach me to lance it siege cannon. Hey, now we have a full group. And the game's not even gonna hold my hand and tell me what to do. It's gonna trust that I learned what I'm supposed to do. That's nice. Did everyone level up? Two of them leveled up. Whatever. There's not any challenging fights here, so I don't really need to level. Like, these are like almost all scripted encounters designed to be appropriate for the level these people are at. I probably won't even get into another fight. Alright. Yeah, let's level her up and then... what do I want to do? I guess I'll just send her down the Lulu path. That might even be a good way to make sure. But before I send any spellcaster, I want to send them up to get Lancet before we go too far. Because like I was talking earlier about how there's one or two spots in the game where I ran out of MP. And Lancet is the easy solution to that. Of course, the problem of that is it means like she's going to be weak for much of the early part of the game because she's behind where the game expects her to be, but whatever. So what I've often done in this is I would send Yuna into, like I think Yuna would go through this and then I'd pop her over to Lulu's section to get these good attack spells. I think I'll still do that. What I've done in other games is like even from the beginning I sent her over here to get these and then I just never used Lulu. I think for now I can send Yuna's way. And I need to take a little... Oh, yeah, no, Yuna already has those. Yeah, okay. How much is that strength? 3 points is tempting. But Yuna doesn't do physical attacks until like the end of the game. Okay. So yeah, I've spent... Oh, does it say here? No, it says what time it is. It doesn't say. Oh, it does say my playtime. Yeah, 2 hours. About what I expected. So, yeah. That's the beginning of FFX. 2 hours in, and now we're like almost ready to actually start playing the game. It's gonna be great. I know the beginning is super boring, but it will be great once we get there. Alright, so till next time.